Welcome to the Boston's Big Four podcast. Cast. New news about music and sports every week, sometimes.
All right, I'll be the first one to say it. Chelley Gang in this thing. Let that bitch bang. She's here. Chelley Marie in the building. Boston's Big Podcast. Shout out to Connor Holloway for setting this up.
Shout out to Connor.
Yeah, shout out to Connor.
Shouts. I feel like we could have set it up anyways, so I don't want to give him too much credit. But
Yeah, I mean, it would have happened anyway. It would have happened anyway.
But
He just sped up the
have to.
process.
yeah. I also want to say I feel a little left out about maybe on the way out, I'll get in on the Chelley Gang chant.
I should have warned you about that. We should have done it all together. I'm sorry.
I should have had it in my back pocket because I know about this, and I should have just
Everyone
had it
knows
ready.
the chant. We'll say it at the end.
Yeah, that we'll do it on the way out, definitely. But yeah, thanks for coming on. We're excited to have you. So first question, I wanted to know, it seems like you've been making music for a little while now, and I was going into your music video catalog, and it seems like, unless you've deleted things, your oldest music videos are as high quality production as your latest music videos. So, like, how are you going about doing that? How much of a hand are you having in the direction of your videos?
So a lot of my, when I first started making music, a lot of my videos, I did a lot of the creative direction for it.
Okay.
So I was the director on most
I need
of
you
them.
to pull the mic a little closer. Sorry.
Closer?
Yeah.
How's that?
That's better. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I directed most of them. And then my most recent video, which was Critics with Virtue, he directed that completely, which is one of my favorite videos to date. But most of the other videos I did take a little dip in putting out music and stuff like that. I think now it's been more so focusing on the creative process of how I want to put my music out and really get in the quality, which is why there's not so many videos out on my page. It's more so visualizers or my vlogs or something that's out there, but that's pretty much it.
Okay. Yeah, the vlog. So we're going to learn a lot about you on this episode. But if you want to learn more, go check out her channel. It's Chelley Marie is the channel,
Chelley
right?
Marie TV. Yep.
Okay, Chelley Marie TV. Check out the channel. You just started the series where you're doing, oh my God, what is it? Makeup and
The rap
raps?
and
The
rap and makeup artist.
Which is the name of your first album or first EP, right?
Yes, yes, that is the name of my first EP. For those that don't know, I started doing makeup before I started making music, so it just became a thing of calling me the rap and makeup artist. And so with this series, I feel like it made me stand out a little bit more because not too many people are doing makeup. And well, a lot of us, if you're a female artist, you're probably doing your own makeup because it costs to be a boss.
It does.
But
I don't know anything about that, to be honest with you.
I got you. Let me know when you want to come. I'll give you some lashes, some brows, whatever you want.
Do you think
There
I
you
need
go.
lashes? I feel like I have good lashes.
You have some nice lashes. You get a little mascara, you good.
I got natty
That's
lashes.
a classic
yeah.
set right there.
Oh, thanks.
But yeah, so for me, it was really more so just intertwining the two. And I feel like a lot of people, there's always a niche that someone has to have. And I feel like I couldn't find it, but then I found it with let me talk about makeup while also talking about my music. So it goes into two. So I find my female target audience while also helping people oh, what products do you use? Or can you do my makeup? Because I do makeup. The Rappin' MUA on Instagram. You guys can book with me.
Oh,
Love it.
Oh, so you're doing it. You're helping other people do their makeup as well.
Yeah, so that's what a makeup artist does. So we do other people's makeup. I stopped for a little bit because I've been I do everything. And sometimes it's a fucking lot.
Okay.
So I've just been trying to find the balance. But now I think we got it.
Okay, nice. Are there any brands in particular that you are repping in that series? Or are you open for sponsors? You don't want to shout anyone out yet?
I do. I am looking for sponsorship when it comes to makeup. So
Okay.
I've been getting into emailing a lot. So I've been emailing different brands and stuff like that, trying to reach out to get more products and start sponsoring for them, but nothing yet. So
Okay.
look out for your girl.
Nice. Sounds good. Yeah, I only know of Elf or Sephora brands,
Shout out
but
to
I don't
Elf.
know anything else. So
There's
let
Elf.
us know. We'll plug them too whenever it comes in.
Yeah, there's Elf, Huda Beauty, Juvia's Place. That's one of my favorites. I'm an Elf girl though.
Okay.
Elf is affordable. It's good. They have a great moisturizer that I use daily. So yeah.
Shout out to
Okay.
Elf.
Yeah, I know a lot of that stuff is like you have to like be really careful about what the ingredients are, because some of the other things they just like upcharge for the brand name, right? So you got to be aware of it.
And I think for me, and that's the difference. Like, you know, there's other makeup artists that use like more high end product. For me, I'm more like drugstore to like a little bit high end product based on what it is, because some stuff is really worth the price.
Yeah.
But then there are some stuff that I feel like from drugstore that really do cater to like your skincare, and that's what's big for me, is like making sure that I'm taking care of people's skin, because people will be sensitive, might come to me for the first time, get their makeup done, now they're breaking out. You know what I'm saying? So it's just important to know that.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. I guess thinking about the maintenance that goes into that. So when you're doing music videos and you got to do your makeup for it, are you considering like the waterproof factor? Because I imagine you're like, you got to be doing some choreography and stuff like that, right?
So yeah, every
Or are you
time I go
touching
outside,
up all the time?
every time I go out to do my makeup, I always make sure I set, I prime, and I have a setting spray. I always keep it. Or
Stressing me out.
It's a lot of work.
It's
never
not a lot.
primed. I don't know.
Me neither.
It's crazy. But
Not even sure what it means, to be honest.
priming is just making sure that your skin is like, how do I explain it? Like just one solid foundation.
Okay.
So that way when you put stuff over it, it has like a nice finish.
Okay,
I see.
yeah.
Like you couldn't tell that I've been breaking out from working out under this because I prime.
I see.
And then you
Gotcha.
get a full coverage foundation. But yeah, I usually keep like a setting spray and setting powder and this like little pad. I know you guys don't understand what I'm talking about. But
Is
it's
it
a
like
triangle.
it looks
Oh,
like
wait.
an egg, but it has like a tip?
Nope. So that is a beauty blender. You know a little something. Let me see if I got it.
Yeah,
with me
she's
today.
over there. You met her.
Owen knows
She
ball.
shows me some stuff.
Right,
Yeah.
you gotta help her out.
I love how we're learning things,
Let's
though.
see.
This
Yeah.
is good.
I just like
Educational
see
podcast.
equipment, and I'm like, I think I know what that might be for.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't have it.
Just guess. You never
But
ask
it's like
anyone.
a little powder, like little pad. It's like a triangle.
Okay.
And you kind of just use it. It helps with like when your face starts getting greasy or whatever when you're out, just kind of pat it, you know?
Okay.
If I don't, I'll use a little paper towel and just
Mm-hmm.
lightly dab it. But when I do shoots, I do like drown my face in spray.
I see. Okay.
So I'm good to go.
And I noticed and I know this is like a more unique to female artists, because you are, a lot of the time I'm seeing outfit changes that seem pretty drastic to like guys might just change their jacket or something, and like it looks like these might even be shot on different days. Or is that like, does that have to be taken into account, or are you just taking a break, changing, and getting back out there?
Most of the time, if I can shoot in one day, I will.
Okay.
But now if it comes into a factor of I might have to change my hairstyle or like is getting that drastic, then yeah, I might have to shoot on different days. But most of the time I usually keep the same hairstyle and just change my outfits. My critics video, did I change my makeup? No, I did the same makeup, but on a different day.
Okay.
So I just kept the same look basically for the same day. But like I'll do that every now and again, or I'll try to keep it a solid look and then change my eyeshadow if I can on set.
Okay. Interesting. And now how much of that is factoring into the creative side of things, like the emotions of the song? Are you picking colors based off that?
Yes, pink. Pink is my theme.
Shout out to Pink. I'm
yes.
wearing pink right now. I didn't
Shout
even
You
out
are
to
know that.
wearing pink.
I got my pink Stanley, my pink, I love pink. So that's my thing. Like my theme is all pink. So most of the time it has to be something like, again, for critics, I did like a pink star and like pink eyeshadow because most of my branding is pink and it was a little bit more dramatic. Or for like my take care in the orange room, I did something soft glam, nothing too crazy. Like I usually go with how I'm feeling or what I'm wearing at the time. So if I'm doing like a crazy ass like Missy Elliott type vibe, I'm probably going to do some crazy shit on my face. Like my eyeshadow will probably be like a bunch of stars all over my face, pink, like drastic contour or something. Like I just switch it up.
Okay.
Nice.
I
So-
am learning a lot because I
Yeah.
feel
Yeah,
like,
this is all very new to me. I'm not,
Again.
not a
gentlemen, you're
makeup
taking
expert
this
at
stuff
all.
for granted.
Yeah,
You got to watch the
this is an
vlogs.
educational podcast.
Yeah.
So you talk about that on your vlogs a lot, just makeup advice and stuff like that.
So I'm honestly terrible at that.
Okay.
Like, I feel like I yap too much. So I'm really talking about, like, what it is being an artist, or like the last song that I put out, or one of my favorite songs and how I came about it. And you just kind of have to watch me do it. Like,
Okay, yeah.
But for me, that's how I learned. I watched YouTube videos. Now, most makeup artists on YouTube, they do tutorials like step by step. Like, this is what we're going to do, and we're going to under eye. But
So you're
I
just
feel
more
like-
visual.
Yeah,
Just like
I'm
watch
more
what
visual.
I'm doing. Yeah.
watch what I'm doing. And if people have like questions, like, or like, hey, we want to know how you got there or how you're doing your eyebrows. Okay, bet I'll do a video on that. Like, this is how I do my eyebrows, you know, brush it out, put some eyebrow pencil, concealer, boom.
Yeah.
Taking notes.
Yep, write it down.
Interesting. Okay. I mean,
I just
hey,
gave a whole segment on
But-
doing your makeup.
I
I love
love
it.
that is good. I mean, I always do. You do the thing with you show it behind your hand? Is it in front of your hand?
Yeah, I do it sometimes. I have like this.
Why
or the-
is that? Just to show the size? I don't know why they do that.
I mean, when people put it behind their hand, I think it's more so for the lighting purpose.
Oh.
So like you don't like it's not a glare on it. You can actually see what's going on. And I think it's also just for fun too.
Oh, okay.
It's like MUA content creator etiquette, I guess.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like just something you gotta do now.
Yeah.
So when did you
Exactly.
become a makeup artist?
I started doing makeup my senior, I would say like my junior year of high school. So like 2014-ish.
Okay.
I started doing it on my own. And then eventually, I think once I graduated high school, I would do like my sister's. Like she was my guinea pig.
Yeah.
Shout out to my sis. I would do her makeup. And
Older
then,
or younger?
You said what? Older.
Older?
My older
Oh,
sister.
nice.
Oh, okay.
And it's
What
so
a good
funny.
sport. I feel like older siblings, get out of my face.
We talk so much shit now because we look at the makeup looks I did on her.
Oh,
and she's
no.
like, yo, we thought we were fucking eating. And I'm like, we really did. Like, we really did. Like,
Trends
fucking
changed though. Maybe for the
white
time it was
cast,
good.
Thick ass, dark ass eyebrows. But it was working back then.
Right.
But
Yeah.
Right.
from there, I had a family friend. She was like, you should honestly start doing makeup. And I was like, I don't know. And I was like, all right, let's try it out. So I had a few people come over to my sister's house and basically use them as models. Started making like, was I using Canva at the time? I think it was Canva at the time. And then
Okay.
I came up with like a little makeup list and everything, like pricing. And then from there, I just started doing makeup.
Okay.
Nice.
And then how soon after that did you start music?
I started music, I want to say probably a year and a half later.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So around the same time. Your first EP, we mentioned the rapping makeup artist,
Mm-hmm.
came out in 2018, I think.
Yes, that was my first.
So was
ever.
that like the first music you recorded? When did you start recording?
So I started recording literally early 2018.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
started writing like towards the end of 2017. That's when I started realizing, oh, I like music a little bit, like writing it. Like
Mm-hmm.
I have like my brother's Prince Smooth.
Hold on. Prince
Yes.
Smooth is like your actual brother?
That's my mom's son. Yes.
No way. All
I
right.
did not know that. Is
Wow.
this lore?
Yes.
Is this lore that only?
I'm
You know
sure-
what's so crazy?
I'm sure a
Because
lot of people
a
know
lot of
this. I
people-
just-
a lot of people do and a lot of people don't. A lot
Yeah.
of people like, wait,
Okay.
what the fuck? That's your brother? I'm like, yeah.
I
That's
know you
my
have
fucking
songs with
brother.
him, but I did not know that was your
that's
brother.
My
That
annoying
is
ass
crazy.
brother.
Now.
Shout out to my brother though.
Wow.
Yeah, shout out.
So
Definitely.
him and I had another older brother who passed in 2010. So they
Sorry to
both
hear
used
that.
to make music a lot. Like growing up, I was always around music. My uncle, he does spoken word. He's like really big in the spoken word community here in Mass. So I've always loved music. I grew up dancing. It wasn't far fetched for me, but I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna do a freestyle to Rubbing Off the Paint. Why be in the mirror? That was
Okay.
the first fucking song I recorded.
All right.
I'll never forget that shit. I called my brother, had him take me to the studio. I went with Jay the DJ. Shout out to Jay the DJ. He's the first engineer I've ever worked with.
Okay.
And yeah, I was like, fuck it. We about to just put it out and see how it does. And then after that, I recorded another freestyle. So I would just do freestyles at first.
Yep.
That was like my favorite thing to do. And then eventually I was like, all right, I need to make a song. And then that's how I came about Bossy Bitch. Bossy Bitch was my first single that I ever like wrote and completed. And then from there, I just started recording more songs of my own. And then I came up with that EP.
Nice. So what was the feeling like the first time you heard yourself on a recording?
Honestly, I was like shocked.
Yeah.
I was like
You're like,
really
this is kinda
shocked.
fire.
I'm like, okay, I'm
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
you can
that's
rap, you
awesome.
can rap a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think it really hit it when my siblings, because they're they're not easy to fucking
You respect their
please.
opinion.
Yes, like
obviously.
especially my brother,
Validation,
he
yeah.
makes music, so this is someone I look up to. So of course I respect his opinion. And then my sister, she loves music, she loves rap, so like she's coming from the 80s, like so she likes Jadakiss, like a whole bunch of different artists. Tupac was one of her favorite artists. So it's like I respect them to tell me like, you gotta stop.
Yeah.
Like when I
Yeah.
first, like when I rapped it for my sister at first, and she was like, it's cool. Like, you know, it was like, it wasn't bad, but it was like, all right.
Mm.
And then I did my other one. They're like, oh, okay. And then it just became a thing. So I think that's what really stamped it for me. And then hearing myself, I was like, nobody's gonna stop me. I'm on top. And
Love
then, yeah.
that. So what was the first show you did?
The first show I did was at Middle East. It was like a really small like room.
Yeah.
I want to say, is Sonia the one on the right side? It's
Yeah.
like in between.
There's
Is it the upstairs?
Because there's the Middle
So
East
Sonia's
corner.
upstairs, and then there's the Middle East downstairs, right? And then there's like one in the middle section. It's like really small.
So the upstairs, you have to walk through Zuzu Cafe, and then in the
very
back
confusing.
door of it that's the Middle East upstairs. But the doors, like in the front, it's on Mass Ave. But the doors to Sonia, Middle East downstairs, and the Middle East Cafe are like on that side street. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, so it's through the cafe, I think it is, but it's like
Okay.
it's like a smaller, like it's not a bigger venue. It's like a smaller venue.
Is there a
spot.
window behind you? Is that because that's the cafe? I think.
The cafe's on this side, like going towards Mass Ave, right?
Is there something in between there, or maybe has it changed?
It's like a small. It's not.
Okay.
I don't know what it was, but I performed there. I forgot the name of the show. It was like probably like 10 people, like my uncle and I think my sister and like a few other people and
Yeah.
the artists that were performing. That was like, I'm lying. That wasn't my first performance. My first performance was at Shiz G. I'm not sure if you guys know who he is. He's an artist from Boston. It was his birthday party. I
Okay.
performed there. That was like my first ever. And then I did like my first like actual like artist headline, like was the performance I did at Middle East.
Okay.
And then yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, Middle East is a great place to do your first show. I just need
I
to
know.
figure out what stage this was.
I know, I gotta figure it out.
Yeah,
'Cause
wherever
like,
it was, it's a good
it wasn't
spot.
like it wasn't a big spot in Middle East. And I've done Sonia's room because my brother, he did his first show for his drop. And I was one of the artists that headlined it too. So
Nice. Sonia, I like when they added that. It's like the perfect, like, it's very similar to the downstairs, but maybe a little smaller. I
Yeah.
mean, it is a little smaller.
a
It's
little
a
more
nice
intimate.
size.
Yeah.
It's just shaped a little differently, but it's good to have two of those because the upstairs is maybe just a little too small
Yeah.
for like bigger acts, I guess. But you know, plenty of people do the upstairs. It's not a problem
Yeah.
at all.
I've been to some great shows at the Middle East, like all the rooms.
Yeah.
It's always a good time.
My first show was ASAP Ferg.
Okay.
I didn't know what I was walking into.
What year-
Really?
what year
He
was
makes the
This
club
was
music
like
though.
2013.
Oh my
I
God,
wanna
when he
say.
was hot.
That's my
Oh
Shabo
my
ranks.
goodness.
Oh,
I can't lie.
one goal.
One thing I will say, I can't do mosh pits. It's not my fucking
They
thing.
were moshing.
They were trying to.
Okay.
And
I
I,
feel like you don't
punched
really
someone in the
mosh it.
fucking face
Oh,
because
good,
he
yeah.
like
Oh,
pushed me.
Wow.
Pushing
my
you?
friend-
Why?
Like they were just trying to mosh and like he like pushed me. You know how like they get like
It gets
all-
crazy.
You know,
yeah.
and then he
I hate
pushed
it.
me
I'm
and
not
I
into
punched
mosh
him
pits.
and he was like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "What the fuck?" Like,
Yeah.
But my
Yeah.
friend was like, "Oh, that's what they do," and I was like, "Yeah, that's not my type of vibe." But I had a good time at the show.
I hate moshing.
So
I wonder if that was a
I
lead
don't know
show.
who that guy is, but sorry that I punched you in the face.
No,
I'm
he's
just
not
a
no,
mosh
he
pit.
deserved it,
he
yeah.
deserved it.
Okay, you know
He
what?
should be
They're
sorry.
co-signing it.
Definitely.
Fuck
He
you.
deserved. Yeah. Fuck that guy.
I get so irritated when people start moshing and they just think like I'm into it. I'm like, get
Yeah.
out of here.
They're like anyone within the vicinity is down to
Yeah.
get pushed right now.
I
It's
usually
like,
just
no.
hold my ground and I'm ready to get shouldered, and they
Yeah.
don't realize that I've been waiting for it, and they just like get hit back a little bit. They're
Yeah,
like, oh,
uh-huh.
okay, never mind.
Yeah, I
And
think
I'm
that's
like-
what it was for him. He's like, "Oh, she's not into it. Let me go somewhere else and push somebody." I'm like, "Yeah." I'm also small as fuck, so I'm like, I don't want to be in the middle of shit and like everyone start trampling on me. I'm like, no, I'm all set. But fun show.
Yeah.
That sounds like it was fun.
I'm just shocked to hear people were moshing. I just feel like
That's
that would
it.
be more like a dancing, maybe a daggering show. I feel like that's
Well, no, it was like the ASAP crew, like so
Okay.
you know,
They
like
were pretty
there's a
wild.
few. They were wild
That
back
was a
then.
wild
because
so
I
it was
thought
like,
Rocky was the style guy and Ferg was the club guy.
I mean,
but he can get real. Like,
they all do a little bit of everything.
I guess there's some blending. Yeah.
Especially with the rest of them. I think it was ASAP, Ferg. I forgot who else was there.
ASAP 12y.
I think so. But Shaba, that song was like a really like heavy hitter.
I was gonna say
too.
2013. I feel like that was when that song was big.
Yeah, and I forgot. I think there was an opener too for that show. I forgot who though.
Okay.
Been some time.
Sounds like it was lit.
It was lit. A good time.
Yeah.
I was in high school. Literally went out with my friend dressed like we were fucking 21 in college.
Every high schooler wants to be 21 and in college.
Yeah.
Literally.
Until they're 21 and in college.
Me and my friends were dressing
stressful.
like fucking business casual at 16 to look older. That shit was fucking stupid.
That is funny.
Business casual. Like looking like a disheveled accountant.
Literally a blazer, a skirt, and some tights. Like, where the fuck are we going in some heels?
That is
the Middle
crazy.
East.
that we could
obviously,
barely
yeah.
walk in. Yeah.
Oh man.
That is funny.
Yeah, I give you guys credit for the heels. That's
Well,
that's
when we
difficult.
went to ASAP Ferg, I think we had on boots. We might have not. I don't think we wore heels. We had on boots.
Oh,
we had
no.
on, that was like the leather pants and like the peplum type shirt vibes was out, mesh.
Okay.
It was we were like rock-esque, you know?
Okay.
Mm.
So you've always been
I'm
into
picturing.
style. You're big into style.
Yeah, fun
Yeah.
fact. I wanted to go to school for fashion. I did go to school for fashion designing
Okay.
for 2 months at Bay State
All right.
College.
So you got a little experience.
Yeah, so that was what I originally wanted to do, was become a fashion designer. I still love fashion, so I still like getting dressed. That's one of my biggest things. I love just putting shit on. That's just me. But fashion design was like not stick. But I will be designing clothes again soon.
Let's
Really?
go.
Yes.
Do you have like a website ready for that? Or are you
Hell no.
okay? Well, let us know where to find it. We'll post.
I will. I definitely will. That's a work in progress.
Okay. Is there like a brand name that we can be looking out for?
So I just got a new sewing machine.
Okay.
And right now my space is not as spacious, so I'm trying to figure out a way to create a little sanctuary for my sewing so I can start getting in. But I have decided of some I do have like a line, which would be Chelley Gang University.
Okay.
So it's gonna be based off of Chelley Gang and university, obviously like the college type vibe. So that's the vibe that I want to go with. So that I already have that like written out of what I would want to do. But
Nice. So is there going to be like athletic wear?
Yes, there
Nice.
will be.
Oh my God, I'm buying.
Tennis skirts. There will also be some like athletic pants, like the, little swishy pants. Those are my favorites.
I love swishy pants as well.
We love a good swish.
Yeah. Oh my God. I've been buying these sweatpants off like Amazon because I'm not buying Under Armour anymore. It's too much.
Yeah.
It's too much. But hey, if you're making dry fit sweatpants or whatever,
Shout out to Amazon.
yeah, they got the good stuff. And hey, maybe you can get on there too.
Look,
You definitely can get on there, but that's where it's gonna pop.
exactly. Listen, Amazon has really good athletic wear, and Primark.
Primark. Okay.
They have
Interesting.
some good shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought of that.
Yeah.
All
Shout out
right.
to Primark.
Good to know.
I remember hearing about that when they came into like downtown Crossing, where that big one is,
Yep.
and I didn't realize like they just got the good discounts. They just got good deals on clothes.
Yeah. I worked at the H&M downtown when they had opened, so I'll never forget that day. They were like, "A competition is coming.
Oh no.
That is
They're gonna kill
funny.
us." And I'm like, I walked in there first day. I'm like, oh, they got some shit in here.
Yeah.
But
Damn
I
right they're gonna kill
I had
us.
a good discount for H&M, so it was like I got some good shit from Primark for the low, and then I'm also getting some shit from H&M for the
There you
low. I was
go.
like,
Best of both worlds.
yeah,
Huh?
there
Is
you go.
H&M still around?
There is not the one downtown. That's
Okay.
been done. They closed in 2015, 2015, I think, or 2016. Once I finished high school, they had closed down. Now it's TJ Maxx and Home Goods
Okay.
over
Is
there.
H&M also a British company? Because like, do we just buy British people's clothes? Is that what it is?
I think H&M is a British.
That sounds right.
I
That
think
sounds
it
right.
is.
'Cause
My
I know
sister used to be
Primark
into
is, too.
H&M back in the day.
No, H&M is not a British company. It's a Swedish
Okay,
multinational
it was
fashion
something
retailer.
on the Europe side of things.
Yeah.
On the Europe side of things.
Honestly, to me, it's all the same shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Right?
don't
I'm
care.
like, it's something over there. They
Yeah.
be doing some outlandish shit, man. I was like, but
That is funny.
Yeah, we learned on this
quality.
podcast. Yeah. I'm not afraid to Google. not afraid.
Shout out to Google.
I've noticed that recently. Like a lot of podcasts I've been watching, they Google a lot of stuff. And I'm like,
Well, because
we do that also.
We sometimes have just been like saying something wrong, and and then it just keeps going.
We can fact check ourselves on the spot. Why not?
Remember we were talking about that girl from Barstool? We just were talking about someone else.
Oh
from
yeah,
Barstool.
we were completely wrong. We had a
That's
whole
fucking
conversation
hilarious.
about just wrong. We were just being wrong the whole time.
It was like some of it was right and some of it was about someone else, and we just kept like mixing everything up. It was bad. So that's why it's good to confirm, then you don't have people in the comments getting mad at us. But also, is that good engagement, chat? What do you think?
I feel like it
any
is.
engagement's good engagement. No,
Just
I'm just kidding. That's
misspelling
not.
stuff.
That's
I
not
feel like when
entirely
you're
true.
talking to your friends, like for me, I'm a Google fact
Right.
Yeah.
checker.
People
Like,
get annoyed with me about it.
I'll
but I
be
don't.
having a conversation and don't let it get intense and we're like, no, you're wrong. No.
Right.
Bet. Google. Let's Google it. What's the definition of that word? Google it. Like, let's do it right
It's
here.
so funny to think
Yep.
of before Google, when people would get in arguments, they would just like accept that they were wrong, maybe. Or maybe they
pull
were
out a
right. They wouldn't
dictionary.
know. Yeah, it's like, let's go to the library and research it.
You
It's
just
like,
go to the nearest elder person and you're like, is this right? And they're like, nah.
You're like, all right, well, there we go.
like, you could spend a whole day thinking you're wrong about something and you're right. It's just different times. So Owen mentioned earlier, talking about your videos. Obviously, you're big into the visuals. What do you think about like the trend recently of short form content and how like less people are consuming long music videos?
I have a hate-love relationship with it.
Yeah.
I feel like with the short form, people are not engaging with the music as much.
Mhm.
They want to hear that clip, that
It's the
sound.
hook. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I will say it did work for me when I went viral on TikTok for my Tomorrow freestyle.
Okay.
That song gets streamed every fucking day.
Yeah, you got a lot of
At
streams
least
on that
1,000 times a day.
Yeah.
Like that.
You got one
shit-
today?
Yeah, I definitely.
Same. Two.
That shit gets streamed like 1,000 times a day. Like I can't even lie.
That's
And I'm
awesome.
like, what the fuck? This shit is ridiculous. And that's because of a viral sound. So it
Yeah.
can work. However, I will say that there's the part of the engaging. If it doesn't pop like that, then okay, we just heard this short form. Nobody wants to click a link.
Mhm.
Nobody wants to go find who you are.
Mm.
It literally just, that's like the end all of it.
Yeah.
But then the good part of being an artist is that it costs a lot of money to be a fucking artist. It costs a lot of money to put into music videos. So you're saving a lot more money by creating,
True.
and you can put more out if you're doing short form videos, you know, but it also is like, oh, people can't consume that much. So they're like, oh, this is cool, whatever. What's next?
Mhm.
I feel like it just doesn't keep that momentum sometimes.
Mhm.
So yeah, love-hate relationship with it.
That makes sense. I think it's it's harder to connect probably with listeners on like a personal level when they're just listening to a small clip.
Yes.
So, you know, there's pros and cons to it. I know a lot of artists have mixed opinions on this. Just our friend Justin Clancy has talked about this a lot recently. He's kind of just like over the whole algorithm thing and is like, I'm just going back to making music videos. Like, it sucks that as an artist you have to like play into the algorithm now. Like that's become part of the process of becoming an artist.
Yeah, I think the algorithm is like it's the thing that makes whatever it is hot right now.
Mm-hmm.
But those factors that the algorithm is using, whatever they are, I don't think like what people want is like instant gratification. Like you put out a clip and it goes viral that week, and now you're in the algorithm, so to speak, like for the week, because it changes all the time, like whatever's happening in the world or with other music and stuff like that. But if you are like yourself, and it's happened to so many people, like they'll have a long career that's like a career, but not like, you know, you saw with like Robert Downey Jr. whatever, just stay consistent, do your thing, and then you become like a mega star and you're in the algorithm no matter what.
Yeah.
So some of that has to do with just like making your art the whole time.
Yeah.
And not trying to grab on to like, this is what's hot this week, I'm gonna make a quick viral video about it, and like every week doing that, it's exhausting and like it's not really you. So eventually the algorithm will pay off, I think, for people that stay honest and like really consistently do it, and you put yourself out there, you'll catch the algorithm in the right place eventually.
That is true.
But just trying to make something that goes viral,
Just cause.
and you see so much of it, like The Forest, everyone's making the same video about whatever happened last week, that kid screaming about California. Everyone's making, you'll know what I'm talking about when it comes up. Now the algorithm probably heard it.
It's gonna
and-
come up.
yeah,
It's
you'll
gonna
see
come
it.
up.
You'll know what I'm talking about. It's this kid just like screaming and shaking in a crowd about California. And
Oh,
yeah. So you do know what
Married
I'm
in a
talking
year in the suburbs. Yeah, you know exactly what we're talking about. It's been everywhere this week.
that shit is ridiculous.
One of the
Like,
worst songs of all time.
Oh my goodness! And he thought he was fucking. And
You thought he was killing it.
I've watched it so many times.
I hate watch it like every
Like,
day. I
it-
can't help it.
I've watched it so many times where I start looking at everyone's facial expressions in the background. There was one person that just like, and
Yeah.
there's one person that's like, "What the fuck is
Yeah.
going on? Get me the fuck out of here!" That shit is ridiculous.
That
But
is
yeah,
ridiculous.
like you said, staying in the algorithm. I think even for me, like when I did the Tomorrow freestyle, I didn't really have intention on like this is gonna be the thing that makes me go viral. I had intention behind like, okay, let me post a clip that people would like to hear, and that's an affirmation. Let me post that one because I feel like everyone would love it. But did I expect it to do what the fuck it did? I was like, no.
Yeah.
And it's like you said, being honest with yourself and like putting that art out and just being real to who you are. Because I feel like people get caught up in it so much that they start overloading on content and not the art itself. And that's where shit can get messy.
That's the
Yeah.
biggest issue, I think, is there's less focus on the art and more focus on how to go viral. So,
Yeah,
but you can have both,
you can.
like you were saying.
I think people just have to not rush. That's like,
Yeah.
you can't like force things. And that's what people are trying to do.
Force it.
So just keep making it.
Yeah.
Don't force it.
Keep
We still
doing
want to
you.
see it. Yeah.
Keep doing you.
Just keep posting it, whatever. Just don't be gimmicky like that California boy.
He's been getting killed this week. He's having a hell of a week, that
He
guy.
really is.
I want to say I feel bad, but like, come on, dude.
Like, all right, like.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Well, there's going to be a new one next week. So
Yeah,
there's always
exactly.
somebody.
There's always something to make fun of.
So another thing I wanted to talk about, I know you've been posting a lot about your fitness journey. You recently, or I want to say you were doing like the 75 hard, right? Or something like that.
Yes.
So when did that start? And is that something that you'd also like, are you going to train people and stuff like that?
So I did do the 75 hard. I did not make it through. I got to like 25. I started right before the holidays.
It is
That's a
hard.
tough time to start.
Terrible fucking
Tough
decision
time
for
to
me.
start.
Yeah.
But now I am doing 75 hard soft, which obviously most people are like, that's weak shit. But also it's like I am an artist, so then it's like it's kind of hard for me to get to the gym 2 times a day and
Yeah.
doing, especially working a 9 to 5.
75 hard is 2 workouts a day?
Yep, 2 45-minute workouts a day.
How do you have time for that? How does anyone have time?
Exactly.
That's why it's hard. They
So,
purposely make it difficult.
Yeah, and then on top of that, for me, like I stopped smoking, I stopped drinking, but food is my hardest thing to stop.
Love
That's
food.
something that I've stopped. But like the 75 hard has been good. I'm on day 58, I think it is.
Okay.
So, but what I do, I challenge myself a little bit more. It's 1 45-minute workout a day. So that could be a walk, a jog, very light.
Yeah.
But I actually do work out for 45 minutes or an hour and a half, depending on if I have that time. So I do try to make it more. Friday I did 2 workouts, and then Saturday was my rest day because I fucking went to hot yoga and they fucking killed me. But it was fun. But I don't think I would train people. I feel like that's something that should be to professionals. There are some things that I'm trying to figure out with myself, and not all the time I go to the gym, I feel like my form's off.
Really?
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing sometimes, you know? Like, and
Yeah.
I'm learning more about myself. But I do enjoy helping people find meal prep ideas because I cook. So I do like to switch up my meal preps. Nothing that's so fucking like simple, like ground beef and mixed vegetables. I can't do that shit every day.
Yeah.
But finding a way to make it a little bit more spicier or taste a little bit different, like those things, like I do enjoy doing that. And I do give people like things that work out for me, but more so from a, hey, this works for me. It may work for you. I don't know. And also
Yeah.
make sure you're paying attention to your form, because I don't want to be responsible for someone hurting themselves because they try
Right.
to work out that I did. So those are things that I
Lighter
keep
weight,
in.
better form. Take your time.
Take your fucking time.
Just like with the algorithm.
Yes, take your time. Like that's something I've been doing more so is strength, and recovery. I feel like I would do a lot of strengthening workouts, no recovery, fuck myself up because now I'm doing leg day 3 days in a row, and I'm not really stretching or
3
like
leg
doing-
days in a row.
Crazy.
What are we
I'm
doing?
a woman. It's legs and booty. It's like that's
Yes,
really what
that's-
like that's the biggest thing for us. So
That's
it's
the
like
moneymaker.
really, but then I'm like, damn. But now like last week I forced it. I probably did like leg workouts like 3 days in a row, and then I did a boot camp. And it fucked me up. Like my quads were so tight. My knees were like fucked up. My best friend, she's a trainer, so she was like, yeah, you need to do more muscle recovery. So today I did like a recovery workout, and then I did Stairmaster to finish off. Like that was just like, so I did like more yoga and a few core things, but very light. And yeah, I love working out. It's fun.
Nice. Yeah. No, I'm sure it matters, especially with like breath work and stuff when you're doing
I was
music,
thinking that
so
too, yeah.
It's always, I mean, staying in shape is just good in general. But I noticed that you've been posting about it and the food stuff too. I saw you had a recipe for adobo chicken that I saw you doing, and I was like, oh my God, I kind of like wing my chicken spices. I've been trying to be more spicy lately. Not like spicy, like heat spicy, but just salt, pepper was my whole life until more recently. So I'm like adding a few things. And very similar. I don't have adobo specifically because that's like a blend of things, right?
Well, I never made adobo chicken.
Are you sure?
Jerk chicken.
You used adobo spices in there?
I use adobo in everything.
Okay, because I
Yes.
was like, that's what I thought I saw.
Yes,
yeah.
I use adobo in almost everything for
Okay,
the most
I'm not
part if I
crazy.
have it. No, you're
I
not.
told you.
But it's definitely probably my baked jerk chicken recipe. But I do
Okay.
use like Goya products a lot. You gotta put everything in, and everything you have in the cabinet, put it in there. Except for nutmeg,
much what I do.
cinnamon,
yeah,
and
not the
vanilla
sweet stuff.
extract. All that shit, don't do that.
Yeah.
But if you got some seasoning salt, some black pepper, Cajun,
Little
whatever
Old
you
Bay.
got.
Mm.
Old Bay, I love Old Bay.
I love Old Bay.
I put Old Bay on everything.
Hell yeah.
Like there's like nothing you can't put Old Bay on.
That's true.
Okay.
That
and it
is
has
true.
everything in it.
Does it? I'm thinking of, I have like seasoning salt, but it has like sugar in it too, and I don't want sugar in my spices.
What, the seasoning salt?
Yeah, it was Lowry's seasoning salt, I think.
No, but it's not sweet.
I hope it's not. It better
No,
not
it
be.
just gives it that balance of the salt and the sodium, basically. Like, so
Makes
if
sense.
if you make something really spicy or acidic-y, the sugar will kind of help balance it out a little bit.
Makes sense.
So there's been times I've made something. I made, what was it? Curry. Last week, I think it was. And it was super fucking spicy because I got a different brand of fucking curry, and it was like really spicy. And I just kept putting a bunch of fucking brown sugar in it, and it balanced it out. It was sweet, but which is fine, it's curry, but it also like took the heat down a lot.
Yeah. That
From
makes
it, so.
sense.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. We'll definitely have to swap some recipes because I love cooking a little bit, and it's always nice to try something new. And like I said, spices are kind of a newer thing to me, so I'm working on it.
You gotta try the baked honey jerk. It sounds spicy because of the jerk, but it's not spicy.
I can handle some spice.
Yeah, there's
I
a
like
little
spice.
spice to it, like far as like a smoked like effect to it, but like really spicy, no. I don't make it spicy. That's why like my family, they're always asking me to make it. My sister, she literally fucking loves my big jerk wing. She's like, bro, can you please? Or the Rasta pasta, because
Okay.
Rasta
it's
pasta.
jerk.
We gotta
in it,
try these.
but-
Is that because it's tricolor?
Well, it has the tricolor peppers. It's a like Alfredo cream base. Penne.
But it's the flag colors. Is that what it is, or is that why it's Rasta pasta? Or am I?
Well, it has jerk in it.
Oh,
And
gotcha.
you know, jerk is like a Jamaican seasoning, so that's why it's called Rasta pasta. I believe. Don't give me the line, but I'm pretty
Everyone
sure
always
that's
goes to
exactly
bed
what
after we eat it.
But
Yeah.
they're like, no, you fucking don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, so that's what Rasta pasta is. But even with that, I use a mild jerk, which is not spicy at all. And then like with my baked jerk honey wings, I put honey in it, and it's also mild. So it's like you taste the jerk, but it's not spicy.
Okay.
Sounds
I'll have
good.
to try that
Yeah.
out.
Got you guys one
So,
day.
how do you feel about heat spice? Like, are you eating like heat spice? Because I feel like some people make that a contest and they're just in pain while they're eating. What's the deal?
I don't
That's
like
me.
shit to be too spicy.
You want it too hot?
Sometimes, yeah. I get this habanero sauce that's so hot. It's like makes me
ridiculous.
sweat, and I don't know
Yeah,
why.
no.
I enjoy that for some reason.
I don't like my shit to be too spicy because it's not enjoyable. Like now I'm just like downing like 2 things of fucking milk and like water back to back. So now I'm like full off of liquids
Yeah.
because the shit's so spicy.
Yeah.
Like I like seafood boils. Please give me mild.
Yeah.
You can tell the medium, and that shit will still be spicy. Like I do like spice. Like my favorite ramen is the Shin Black noodles. It's a little spicy.
Okay.
Nothing too crazy. I like a sriracha, but it has to be a little bit of sweetness to it to kill that heat. Or if it's like a cream base with a little bit of heat in it, cool. That cream base will like kind of balance it.
Yeah.
But
Smooths it
overly
out.
fucking spicy. My cousin, she used to get. It's called drunken crab. It's a Caribbean. It's like a curried, spicy as fucking hell, hard shell crab. My cousin would just eat that shit with no problem. Crack it down. So I already can't crack it because it's so fucking hard, and then it's spicy on top of it. I don't want it. Keep that shit.
It's too much work. Yeah.
That is a lot of work. Yeah.
Keep that shit.
Well,
Yeah,
you
food-
like working
food
up
that-
a sweat while you're.
Well, I do.
know.
Occasionally. It is kind of like
It's like fun.
it is fun for some reason, even though it's painful. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
Is
can't
it just a
explain
good
it.
excuse to eat ice cream after? I mean, like
Maybe
maybe we should do that. Should we do a hot wings challenge
Yeah.
on here?
we
Sometime?
should
I
do
would-
a
I
hot
would
wings
love to
challenge
see
on
that.
here.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Just
I would
me
love
and
to see
Jack
it.
doing
Yeah.
hot wings.
I'll
asking
bring the
each other
habanero that I'm
questions.
talking about. You'll die. It's
Okay.
incredible.
Is that going to be our last dab or
Yeah,
whatever?
that'll be the last dab.
We should get the
We'll
real
just-
hot
we'll
wings.
just copy
things, right?
hot wings.
They must sell them.
The
Yeah,
hot
you
wing
have
sauce.
to. You have to start with the mild, medium,
Yeah, we
spicy,
gotta go.
and over the fucking top.
Yeah,
Spicy.
yeah.
And maybe, yeah, okay, yeah. Coming soon. We're doing this. This is happening.
They do sell the hot ones last dab sauce though.
They got to sell the
They have
kit,
it out
right?
there.
It must be on the website.
Probably.
They probably do.
Probably.
Money grab. The whole thing's a cash grab. I just realized. Damn it. They're
Shout out to
selling their
Sean Evans
spices.
though. He's a great interviewer. I like
Yeah,
him.
he has been killing it for a while.
He has.
We do, respect to another podcaster. We're in the same kind of business.
Yeah,
The two
exactly.
of us.
Same industry. You are on a song on Rosewood Bape's new EP.
Yes.
How'd that come together? You're the only feature on there.
Yes. No, he has a feature on there.
Does he?
On his song "Those Jeans" is a feature on that one.
Oh, okay. All right. My
But
fault.
shout out to Rosewood. That's my guy. Like before I was making music, that's who I was listening to. Like
He
I
makes
used to,
hits. He's a hit maker.
Taxi was
Taxi is a
was that
jam.
shit.
Yes.
Like you can't not know Taxi.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he had reached out to me and was like, yo, like I need a female feature for this. Like I think you would be good on it. And I was like, of course. Like I would fucking love to do a song with you.
Yeah.
So I pulled up. I literally the day of, I wrote my verse, pulled up on him at Phoenix with Sko. Shout out to Sko. He's an engineer at Phoenix Down, and did the verse, and he loved it. One thing about me, like I can say whatever the fuck I want, but like if the artist doesn't really care for it, it's like, all right, gotta do this over.
Yeah.
He fucking loved it, and I feel like it took me out of my element a little bit with that verse. I feel like that verse opened another lane for me, like far as like what I want to sound like sonically and stuff like that. So it was really fun. He's an amazing person to work with. He's on top of shit. Like his marketing, everything, like we work well. Like, so like I've even helped him, give him some like creative ideas for like what we're going to do for the video and like visual and stuff like that. So yeah, one of my favorite features to date right now.
Yeah, it's fire.
Yeah.
It's really good.
And I want to point out, I just double checked. You are the only credited person on the list. Those Jeans doesn't show anybody.
That's
as
what
a
I.
feature.
Yeah.
wow.
On Spotify, it doesn't show anyone for some
Yeah,
reason.
I don't think
but
it.
I don't
I
know.
don't think it says it, but there's definitely a feature on that.
Okay.
I believe so.
Interesting.
Rosewood, what's going on?
Unless he changed his voice up and I'm bugging out. I could swear that there's another person.
That happens sometimes. An artist, you think it's a
'Cause I like
feature,
that
and an
song.
artist it's just an artist doing a
Imagine.
different style. Yeah.
like a little southern twang to it, and I'm just like, oh,
Yeah.
AI
Interesting. Could be AI.
could
Could
be
be
AI.
AI. You never know these days.
More like Rosewood Bay Ipe.
Okay. All
That
right.
was a reach. But
That was
funny.
such a reach.
That was fucking funny.
Hey, if you know me, that's kind of my brand. lately.
No, that was on brand. For
is
sure.
bad you know me's and bad more likes.
Oh man.
So who's another Boston or New England artist you would like to work with who you haven't worked with yet?
Who I haven't worked with yet. Nay Speaks.
Nay Speaks is so good.
I would definitely love to work with her. I've said this before, Isha. Fucking love
Yep.
her. She's just overall talented. But those are the two like female artists I would definitely love to work with that I haven't worked with yet. There's a few people that I have worked with that I haven't put out or like we're still working on, and I'm excited.
Can we
about
talk
that.
about it or no? It's a secret.
Well, me and Trill Manny worked
Trill
on a
Manny,
song.
he was here recently. a
Yes.
couple
Yeah,
months
we got
ago.
his,
So
wristband
he
here.
featured on one of my songs that I had wrote and recorded probably end of 2023. I literally need to just put shit out. That needs a little bit more tweaking as far as like mixing and mastering. But I love the song. It's a really good song. And I love that it's a timeless song. Like I can put it out this year, next year, or probably next year. It's like a very like R&B, summertime, 2K vibe.
Okay.
It's dope. I love it. Manny is fucking talented.
He is really talented.
And those vibes are right up his alley. So
Exactly.
perfect,
So
yeah.
it was perfect. Like the song is perfect. But
Nice.
they'll get to hear the exclusive.
Let's go.
Ooh, don't tell anybody.
Love that.
We'll cut that part. No, that's exciting. So Trollman, you didn't want to talk. There's others that you don't want to talk about.
There is someone else. They're actually on the live. J Rose.
Okay.
Me
Shout
and
out
J
J.
Rose.
Rose.
Yes, me and J Rose been cooking up. Shout out to J Rose. Someone. That's my dog. That's an insider.
Okay.
Okay.
But
He's
yeah,
watching right now?
Yes, he's actually
Shout out
watching.
J Rose.
But yeah, me and him been cooking up. We're working on some shit. He also helped me. Like I've been like getting my producer back a slight. He helped me like do a beat with him. Like,
Okay.
so I'm getting there. You know, Chelley beats coming soon.
Nice.
Do you think every rapper should know how to produce at least a little bit?
I think it's important.
Yeah.
At first I was like, oh, I don't think I would ever produce, but I think it's very important. I think you start to know how you want to sound, what you want to sound like, or what songs you like, what kind of beats you sound good on.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's been something that I've been just trying to discover more of, is like what's my sound, far as like the beats, the production, what I want, like what do I like 808s and stuff like that, drum kicks and all those like different terms. I don't know all of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, you know, the little that, yeah,
Yeah.
and then bet.
That's kind of all you have to do, though. If they know what you're talking about, then you're doing it.
Yeah.
So-
I've been working with Gib too. Shout out to Gib. Gib is fire. We've done a couple of songs recently, and even working with him, like he's amazing. Like I tell him like, this is what I want, and he'll be like, all right, bet, and then just cook some shit up. I'm like, he's a fucking wizard. Like
That's really what they are sometimes.
Yeah.
Producers that can do that with just a little prompt it's a big deal. And it's a huge tool for artists to not just be like shopping for beats all the time. You're like, can I get this kind of beat? And then they make it and you're like, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
That's got to be hard.
it's put me in a place now, because like now that I'm working with you know those two people, like it's more a personal connection, like you know the alignment's there, and like I know what I like now versus like shopping for beats. Now I'm to a point where I don't want to like go on YouTube and listen to a beat. I don't want to go on Beatstar.
J. Cole type beat. Yeah.
Then and I'll do it just to like get myself in a mode sometimes, or like BeatStars every now and again, because that's what I was doing a lot at first. Like I wasn't really working
That's how
with
everyone
other
starts,
producers.
I feel like. Yeah.
Most of my song I wasn't doing with other producers until like I started building more connections with other people and like actually cooking up with people and be like, all right, bet. It's just more personalized for you versus like, okay,
Oh, definitely.
a lotto type beat.
There's a lot of trash on BeatStars too. I've like just gone and perused there. I'm like, is there like something fire here that would just be cool to like have? I'll download a sample of it or something. And they're just like a lot. There's good beats out there, but there's a lot of them that are just loops.
Yeah.
And they put the loop out there and they're like, yeah, $50 or whatever. And you're like, why would you do that?
Look, them motherfuckers are getting so lazy. There's been times like I've been on BeatStar and I've heard a beat and then I'm still scrolling and then I'll play a beat, different name, same beat.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's
okay,
crazy.
you motherfuckers are just like, you don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I think
But-
some people are AIing FL the grid. They're just like putting things in
AI
and doing
must
it.
be messing that all up now.
Most of my songs though were YouTube and BeatStar beats. Most
Okay.
of my songs. I think it's probably like a handful of songs that I've actually like worked with a producer or I got it from a producer. Like a few of my songs that I haven't put out yet were with Gib. A few of my songs that I worked on have been with J Rose so far. I have a few. One is Claw. That was a Boston Richie beat. I forgot the producer's name. And that was through my brother and I'm not sure. Do you guys know who Kearney is? He passed.
No.
He was like a music he's an artist manager. He was really close to my brother, so he worked with like what's his name? Is it Takashi?
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
No, not Takashi.
I was like,
Oh
hopefully
my
not,
god,
yeah.
I'm blanking. Tosh. He's a Tash.
Oh,
Tash. It might be Tash.
from the other Big Dookie Chain podcast? Or are we thinking about?
Dookie Chain. What? What's that?
I'm thinking
I feel like it's not him,
it
but
couldn't
that's
be
who
Chris
I thought
But
of too.
he's a producer. He actually did one of
Oh,
Pop
okay.
Smoke songs.
Okay,
He
that's not
produced
him.
one of
Couldn't
his-
be, yeah.
He produced a beat for him. But yeah, like there's a beat that I have a whole bunch of beats from them that I haven't worked on yet. But like those are from people like, okay, my brother knows or he's worked with. I'm like, okay, cool. But other than that, yeah.
When did Prince Smooth start making music? Because I've known him for a while.
He's been making music since he was like 12.
Okay.
Like
yeah.
him, my older brother literally used to be in competition with each other. Like,
Yeah.
He's been doing it for a long time. Like when he started doing music, like I used to get so fucking annoyed. He'd be like, yo, tag all your friends. Send it. This is like SoundCloud days, like Twitter when you
Tagging
literally
99
tag
people on
everybody, and I'd
Facebook,
be
yeah.
like, leave my fucking friends alone. Like they don't want to hear this shit. Like I can't lie, I was probably my brother's. Like I was like, I don't really care for it.
You were hating a little bit.
I was a little hater, but
Yeah.
like
I
my
understand
brother's
sibling
progression,
hate.
like, but I will say he's dedicated to this shit, and just hearing him from like in his closet with his freaking Pro Tools and his MacBook in the fucking closet of his house from our house to now, like it's just undeniable. Like his talents there, like even just how he like creates, he's a visual, like so how he creates his EPs and how they sound and how everything just goes into one. I love it. But yeah.
Yeah. He's got some hits for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
TikTok Part 2, 2 Stack Story. There's a lot of songs by him that I really like.
Yeah. His new project was really good too.
Yeah, he's somewhere else now. Where is he?
Well, he was in New Orleans when he
made that project.
Made up with that project.
Okay, that's what it is. All right.
Yeah.
Did having, I know you had sibling support when you were first making tracks, but did you kind of like learn the music workflow from him too, like when you were doing that, or?
Yes, a little bit. A lot of it I kind of learned on my own.
Okay.
Just putting myself out there. I have amazing friends. They're always supportive, but they're more so consumers, but they like music. So like my friends would be like, oh, like if you have a show, or like I just started networking, going on the internet. And that was the biggest thing that worked for me, is because I was always on the internet being a fucking clown. So people knew who I was already.
What do you mean being a clown? What were you doing?
I would just post just dumb shit.
Okay.
Remember the times on Instagram when you could just post whatever?
People used to
And
post
no
on
one
Instagram
cared.
all the time.
I'm
Like,
Yeah,
late to
no one
Instagram,
cared.
so-
You can post
Yeah,
whatever.
whatever.
You could, and it was just like, oh my goodness, haha. Like I would just talk shit, clown, crash out every now and again, and just not give a fuck.
Yeah.
But I think I became more intentional with it. And then when I started posting my music, a lot of people were like, wow, like there's actually something, there. So let's actually start working together. And then I think I want to say I just started working with a lot of like good people when I first started like show. International Show was like the second engineer that I worked with, and he did my entire EP, my first EP. Poppy Films, he did my first like few music videos. So like those are like some heavy hitters like to start with when you're just starting to rap and start making music. And I think from there I just kind of just started putting myself out there. Utilizing my social media presence and then my ability to create art and just doing it from there. So I've made a few connections now.
Yeah, I mean, having that presence is, whether you knew you were doing it or not at the time, is a huge first step. I mean, we've said that with like, I've had people ask like how we do a podcast or whatever, and it's like, it took years of, Jack was running social media for so long to like build any kind of a following, and like that's how people care about your stuff at all. And I'm not saying we're on that level or whatever, but just getting anyone to know who you are, like have that recognizability and like, oh, they're making music or they're making this type of content, and then it draws you to them. So speaking of this, we talked about your the I keep forgetting, it's the rap and makeup series, right?
Yep.
And so and I think it was the first one, you said that you're off crash outs, right? You used to be the crash out queen,
Yeah.
and
That
now
is
you're
funny.
off crash outs.
That is funny.
Listen, it's a work in progress, but yes, I am off my crash out
The
season.
crash out queen.
I feel like you get to a point in life, and I don't want to sound like I'm fucking hella old, but I just feel like after 25, there's really not much reason to crash out. Now, if you do,
And you realize crashing out isn't helpful in any.
it isn't helpful.
Well,
like honestly,
yeah.
I feel like now where it's like I would rather much just shut the fuck up sometimes
Yeah.
and just be around situations that I don't feel like I need to crash out.
Mhm.
Like, not saying that you can avoid it. If I have to, I will crash out, but why would I have to?
How do you define crashing out? Like, what does that look like?
Crashing out is like losing your
yelling at you.
emotional balance.
Yeah.
It can be that.
Yeah.
Or it can just be simply like just giving too much fucking energy to something that really doesn't matter.
Okay. Yeah.
I've had a lot of those.
If you want an example of a crash out, go watch me on a boys episode yelling at Jack about not knowing Doodlebop. That's a crash
You
out.
did crash out. That is
I
true.
crashed out on that.
Yeah.
I almost had a crash out. I'm lying. I almost had a crash out Friday.
What happened?
2 workouts Friday though, so you're at your wits' end.
It was honestly, it was like a minor crash out.
Okay.
So I was going to my second workout, which was hot yoga in fucking Boston. I'm driving. I'm 2 minutes away.
Driving
I
in
already
Boston
know,
will make
yeah,
you
I already
crash out
know.
every
2 minutes
time.
away.
Every
I was
time.
gonna be 10 minutes early for yoga. No, 20 minutes early because you have to be there 15 minutes early. They recommend. So
in the
I would have been
mindset.
20 minutes. So I was like, oh, I'm
Good
ahead of
student
the
over
fucking
here, yeah.
game. 2 minutes away. Take the wrong fucking turn. 20
Oh,
fucking minutes.
no.
20 minutes away. From 2
I'm stressed
minutes
just thinking about
Double
this
park,
right now.
take the ticket, and then
Yeah.
just go to the class.
to 20 minutes.
Yeah,
so
you
I'm
missed
like,
one
all right.
wrong turn in Boston.
So
you're
I got
you're
there
done.
right on time. I got there at like 6:06. They locked the door. I come in. They don't fucking. When it comes to Pilates and shit, I will tell
The
you
class
guys.
started at 6:06 though.
It started at 6.
Oh,
I got
okay.
there 6 minutes late.
That's
They had the
enough.
door locked.
I mean,
it was
that's
like-
enough to be safe, is what I mean.
Yes,
I love being 6 minutes late. It's my favorite thing.
me too.
Anyone who knows me knows.
Yeah, I was late today, guys, and shout out to them being patient because I was late today. But yeah, I got there. She's like, "Oh, we can't let you go in." But I wasn't doing nothing, so I'm like, "When's the next class?" She's like, "Oh, 7 o'clock." So I'm like, "All right." So you can go to Tate, hang out for a little bit, and then come back. I was like, "You know what? You're right. I'll go to Tate. I'll get a matcha latte." I go to Tate. Go in there. I'm like, "Yeah, can I get a matcha latte with vanilla and caramel?" They're like, "You can only get vanilla."
Why?
Why? Yeah, what's happening?
So I'm like, they're like, our system won't allow us to add another flavor. So I'm like, so you can't just add. They're like, we can't.
what if I just
I
tipped you a
literally
little
said,
What
bit?
kind of system is this?
I literally, this was like my minor crash out. I said, this is ridiculous. I don't want it. I walked out. I was so fucking pissed. I'm like, this shit just pissed me the fuck off. So what I did was go to fucking Whole Foods. Not one of my proudest moments. I get a Belgian waffle, so fucking good, and just eat some carbs.
What's wrong with that?
But it's not. I'm supposed to be on a diet because I'm going to Pilates. But it was really good.
But you worked
It
out
was
twice that day, so it's fine.
I ended up getting into that workout and I was fucking dying in there after.
Oh wait, so hold on.
This was before because I had like an hour.
Oh, it was the next session, like
At
At 7.
seven, yeah.
Oh, I see.
So I
That's
had time to spare. My phone was dying, so I didn't bring my charger because I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go to Pilates, go home. I can charge my phone when I get home. Had to go to CVS and buy another charger to charge in the car while I waited for the class to start. So yeah.
We have a charger here if you need before you get out of here. I'll make sure you're charged up. Just in
Oh,
case
I
that
got one in my
doesn't
car
happen.
now.
Oh, perfect.
You
yeah.
know? Shout out to CVS. But yeah. That was like my minor crash. I was like, okay, you guys are making me fucking lose. Again.
Not being
Yeah.
able to. Okay, first I want to rewind a second. You were calling it Tate, which I recently learned is correct. Because there's one right by Fenway. I was calling it Toddy for like 3 years or whatever.
All right.
I just was like
Toddy.
Toddy, you know. I don't know. I just thought that's what it was. Is that where you were? Were you in the Fenway? Because there's I think a yoga place right over there in the Fenway area.
Well, there's one in Ink Block. So like South
okay.
End area. There's a Tate
I'm sure they're
everywhere.
everywhere now. Yeah.
Yeah. Tate's pretty good. They have good shishu. They have a lot of good stuff. They're just a little overpriced.
Yeah, I could see that.
And their
yeah.
breakfast sandwiches are good, but they're a little too greasy.
And they can't put vanilla and caramel in the
Yeah,
How
like,
is that
what the
possible,
fuck?
Toddy? That was I
That's
was getting
wild.
to that part.
Yeah.
How can you not just add some shit? Aren't you getting tipped?
That shit
crazy.
pissed me. I was
It's like you have
you're-
vanilla, you have caramel. So
So you're
what's the
telling me
problem here?
I'm limited to one flavor because your system won't let.
Just
I
add
was literally
something else. Like,
and
I
I,
don't know.
was going to go back and forth with them, but I was like, I really don't
don't
want
have
to
the
fucking
energy,
do this
yeah.
because I might crash out even worse than what I'm doing right now. I literally.
So you avoided a crash out.
Yes.
By just walking away. From
Chad,
the
are
situation.
coffee shop people the worst? We'll come
Not
back
all
to
of
that
them.
one.
No, we're not gonna
It
generalize. We're
It
not gonna
depends.
generalize.
It depends. I am a coffee shop lover.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shout
same.
out to Ripple Cafe. They have really good matcha lattes.
Okay.
Okay.
So matcha latte, is it just matcha but it's steamed with the foam?
So matcha, yeah, you can do that, but I like iced. So
Iced, okay.
I usually get iced. Rebel Cafe has a strawberry shortcake matcha latte.
Wow.
So fucking good.
When did matcha become a thing? I feel like it's
I think
recent.
everyone's big on green tea right now,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
I do want to get on my soapbox for a second. Green tea is what matcha is basically made of, right?
Yes.
It's like a concentrated, or it's like a version of it. Green tea has caffeine, a little less than you would get in coffee, but it also has more flavonoids than coffee. This keeps you healthy and alive, makes us look young and such. It also has theanine. If you combine theanine and caffeine, and I've said this before on the podcast, and people are probably sick of me. People who know me are sick of me saying this. Caffeine and theanine, when combined, documented proof, helps your brain a little bit,
Yep.
makes you a little smarter, makes you
Okay.
remember things. Puts your brain together a little bit. So I'm just saying, let's stop getting all jittery
Have
with
a
coffee.
matcha.
Yeah, I'm big on green tea. I switched to green tea. I've been having coffee again lately, but like not as much. I used to get cold brews, black, no ice, large. I would just have like 32 ounces of like 500 milligrams of caffeine. Too much didn't help me.
That is a lot.
So I was like, it grew. It started with like a small coffee, and then I just kept
Yeah.
having more. And then I switched to green tea, and I was like, I'm calmer. I feel like I get more done. I feel like I'm chiller about these things that used to feel like problems, and
Yeah.
like it's not
Yep.
a big deal. So matcha, green tea, whatever you got to do, take this into consideration if you're listening. That's all I
Shout
got
out
to say.
to matcha.
I gotta try matcha.
I
Matcha's
highly
pretty good.
recommend.
Yeah, I've been sleeping on matcha.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You gotta, I mean, for me, I like it. It has to have flavor in it, though. I can't just have a plain matcha. I think it's just too
okay.
earthy for me.
Yeah.
And I also don't like the like lemonade matchas and stuff like that.
I haven't
Not
even
my
heard
type
of
of
that.
thing.
I could see it being more of like the strawberry shortcake, like a
Yeah, it tastes like
Thicker,
a strawberry. It tastes
yeah.
like a strawberry milk almost. Like
Okay.
so, it's pretty good. But
yeah, that sounds good. I'll have to try that.
Yeah.
I've only ever had like matcha tea bags or green tea bags.
I
You
didn't
know,
even
like,
know there's matcha tea bags.
it's like a Lipton thing. It was basically just green tea.
Oh, okay.
So, but it was matcha, but it just in the bags.
Mm.
But I know, have you made matcha at home?
Yes, I actually have learned that I need to get the
brush thing.
the brush thing.
Yeah.
Because it just does not like it'll be clumped. Like it never works out the way I need it to unless I have like a frother or something. It might
Oh,
work.
interesting.
But yeah, I need the brush.
So what have you been using? Like just like a fork or something, or
I try to whisk it or I'll put it in my
whisk
NutriBullet.
it.
I'll use that sometimes.
and it's still clumpy through the bullet.
a little bit. Yeah. It's like I don't know what the science is, but like you have to have like hot water. I know that. And
Matcha,
you have to
what's
kind of
going
like
on?
brush it out. It's a
Interesting.
process.
That does sound like a
I've
process.
seen it. Yeah, you like.
I am an at-home coffee maker too.
Okay.
So I usually do like a latte. I'll do like oat milk, vanilla syrup, Cafe Bustelo. Shout out to Cafe Bustelo. The espresso instant.
okay.
Use that.
That's like
ice.
the yellow bag, right?
I get the glass container.
Oh, okay.
It's an instant one,
Fancy.
yeah.
Shout out to glass.
Yeah, shout out to glass.
We're getting off plastic.
We trying. We
Yeah.
trying. But yeah. So I usually but I go in between the two. I usually drink coffee when I have like hectic ass days. Like if
Yeah.
I know like I'm catering, I need a coffee. Or if I'm gonna be like out early on a fucking Saturday doing something, I probably need a coffee. Gym, I need a Celsius.
Shout out to
Need
Celsius.
a fucking Celsius at
Yeah.
the gym.
How do we feel
Or
about
if I'm in the
Celsius?
studio.
Are they bad for you? Good for you? What's the consensus on those? Because I've been drinking them a lot lately.
They're
I'm not
probably gonna
lie.
get recalled in
A
a week.
lot of things are not good for you, but
Yeah, yeah.
Celsius, listen. That's why I say like I cannot drink Celsius on empty stomach. I will say that it'll fuck me up.
a
Like
lot of
I'll be
caffeine,
jittery.
right?
Yeah, same thing like coffee.
It's
like
200 milligrams.
Yeah, that's a good
yeah,
amount.
it's
a
a
good
lot.
amount.
But I will say I notice my performance in the gym is better when I have Celsius.
Yeah,
I sweat
definitely.
more. And yeah, it is a fat burner. I feel like it. I love Celsius. Like,
Me
but
too.
Should I get on Celsius? I didn't know about this.
before the gym, absolutely.
I thought Jack was just drinking seltzers. I didn't know.
No.
Celsius is my
Celsius.
thing now. Yeah,
I fuck with Celsius.
it definitely will help with a workout. I'll say that.
Mm-hmm.
So if you need a little extra boost, I recommend it. And there's no sugar. That's what drew me to it.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, it's an
But
energy
what's the
drink with no
sweetener?
sugar. That's
Is
a
it
good
acyl
question.
flame
I
potassium?
wonder what's in there, really. Or,
If
like you
it's
said.
acyl potassium, I don't like it. That causes cancer. Facts. Google it.
If it's what?
I don't know if it's actual facts. It's acyl potassium. It's also called ACE K. The ingredients
look it
that
up.
make that like do cause cancer. But
Oh, shit.
they say that the molecule itself passes through it, like you pee it out exactly as you drank it. Like your body doesn't absorb it. But I
Why'd
don't know.
you always go to the bathroom?
I was gonna say Celsius makes me pee a lot.
Yeah. It
So I
does.
don't know if it's good
It does.
in that way, but there are certain artificial sweeteners. They say like the reason it's 0 calories is your body literally doesn't absorb it. Like it just
Interesting.
passes right through you.
Smart.
Okay.
But I'm like, I don't know if that. What does that even mean? Like, are some of them getting stuck in there?
Look at
And
this. This is my type of yap session.
Yeah, no, this is good. This is informative.
Well, I'm glad you like it because people get sick of me talking about stuff like this.
I mean, we got to know what we're putting in
And
our
I'm
bodies.
just trying
you
to
know?
live.
Literally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to live. I'm 19. I'm trying to stay alive a long time.
We're both 19. Yeah, we're young.
Yeah, 19 and people believe it.
I'm 22.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah. I'm glad. Yeah, you can drink now.
Yeah, I'm legal.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah, we'll have to have you go to the store for us.
Yeah, you've been dressing like it for a while. You said.
Oh
Oh
man.
man.
So when's the first time you said Chelley Gang in this thing? Let that bitch bang.
Chelley Gang in this thing. Let that shit bang. I'm
Let
Let that bitch bang.
Let that bitch bang.
See, you
Yeah.
did
Hold on.
know
Let's
it.
do it together once before we.
All right.
All right.
gang it.
Ready?
Chelley
Gang in this thing. Let that bitch bang.
All right, I'm
Boom.
ready for when we do
All
it
right.
on the way
Yes.
out. Yeah.
The first time I said it, it was let that shit bang. Funny
Okay.
enough.
Oh, okay.
Of
So
course.
I'm actually deeper than you.
Yep.
I,
That was on.
It's not a contest.
That was where it came about. Was my song "Take Off." So
Okay.
that was in 2019. I had recorded that song, and that's where it came about. And then next thing you know, I just started saying it on fucking tracks, and
Yeah,
now
it's
it's stuck
catchy.
so much that when people see me, that's the 1st thing they fucking say.
Yeah.
Some people don't even call me Chelley Marie; they call me Chelley Gang.
Yeah.
Like some people think that's my fucking name.
Yeah.
So
well, we got to get Chelley Gang tees, right?
yeah.
Some
Oh,
merch
Chelley
coming.
Gang merch coming soon.
Okay.
You know,
Need that.
don't wait on it.
And you can go to the website at. We'll just put it up when it comes up. Yeah.
You'll be waiting sometime. I said, don't wait on it, but wait on it. But yeah, that's how it came about. Was Take Off.
That's big having a catchphrase. I feel like that's it's been big for a lot of artists.
I love catchphrases.
Yeah,
They're my
it's
favorite
great.
thing.
I love that it stuck.
Yeah.
They really did. That's one that that's one that
I thought about changing Chelley Gang to Chelley's Angels. It was like kind of
You got to do a merch line.
because I was like, I might still do something with it, but I felt like I was like, oh, I don't want to take the gang approach of like me being a woman, and I don't want it to be. But Chelley Gang is a thing, and it's stuck. And also, like, I do have female supporters, and then I have male supporters, so like it works. It's
Yeah.
very inclusive.
if you want to do
Definitely.
a gender swapped Shelley's Angels, we're in.
Yes, I love it. I
We'll
love
be
it.
on the poster, whatever
With
works.
some like angel wings.
I'm in. Yeah, whatever they did on the real poster, leather suits or something. I think they had that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Chelley's Angels. Yep. Let's go.
We're wearing them.
Yep.
It's in. Yeah.
I'll be right in the middle. You guys can be on the sides like this
Yes, I love that.
type shit.
You
I
know,
love
they haven't rebooted that movie. I feel like that's coming. Charlie's Angels reboot.
Probably.
I fucking love Charlie's Angels. They did do a reboot
When?
in like 2014, I think.
No way. Really?
Yeah, I
Interesting.
never watched it.
Did I
though.
not know about this? Am I losing my mind?
And then
Google
I
it.
think
I thought that the OG, it was Lucy Liu, Cameron Diaz, and Drew Barrymore, right?
well, they didn't do one with the actual people, but they did.
Yeah.
They did another Charlie's Angels in like 2015, I think, or
2019?
2019.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was like
Hold on. There's been 3 Charlie's
Yes,
Angels.
there
There was in
has.
1976. That's the OG.
Yeah.
Then there was 2000s. That's the one I'm thinking of,
mm-hmm.
which, before my
I
time
love
being
those
19. And then, hold on, 2019.
Who's in the 2019 one? Who
I
do we
don't
have?
even know.
Elizabeth Banks, Kristen Stewart,
Okay.
Ella Balinska, who I don't recognize from anywhere
Yeah,
else.
I don't-
Naomi Scott.
I never watched it.
Patrick Stewart's in it.
Interesting.
Is he in like the OG or something? I feel like why would he be in this? Elizabeth Banks, it sounds like is maybe his daughter. Well, we'll do a live watch maybe
Yeah.
another time. We've
A
been talking
live
about
watch.
yeah, we've been
People
talking
love
about
that.
streaming. We'll tell people we like start it right now, and then we'll do like a timer or whatever on the screen so people know what point in the movie we're at.
Yeah.
It's possible. It's not out of the question. We'll
Could
watch
happen.
movies with people on live streams.
I'm into the live streaming thing. We
Yeah,
gotta
we're
do
trying
more
to
of that.
figure out more ways to be interesting. So
Yeah,
I, feel like the
I
live
want to
stream-
start live streaming.
Yeah.
You're doing it right now, though, aren't you?
Yeah. You do it.
Well, on my Instagram.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Does Insta count? Because I feel like we were just talking
No.
to Sam Buck, who says YouTube is he has Instagram to drive people to YouTube for the live
Really?
at least.
I haven't went live on YouTube. I've
Okay.
literally been.
I tried to the other day, and we don't even qualify to do it yet.
Oh, really?
Actually, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You
You
need
have to
like a
have,
certain amount of
10,000
subscribers or
followers?
something. Yeah.
I thought it's got to be 1,000. So to be monetized, it's 1,000. So
It's probably 1,000.
And I
Yeah.
think people can send you money on live, so that's probably why to be monetized.
It
so
sounds
I
like
probably don't qualify either.
yeah. It sounds like
no,
it's
you
like
have so many views. You just have to ask anyone who's watched
Well,
the video
I don't
to subscribe.
have 1,000 subscribers on
How is this
YouTube.
possible?
How is it possible?
Let's do some sort of like a campaign together where we both get up to 1,000 subscribers because it
Yeah.
doesn't really make sense.
we definitely need more
I found it
subscribers.
very difficult. Like the subscriber count goes up, but like I don't know. Like, are we supposed to advertise it specifically? It seems like other people do it more easily. Or did we just buy them? What do we do? Chat? Do we buy them?
People are buying.
People do buy them.
People are
But are those
buying.
real people they're buying or bots? Like what?
It's got to be
What's going-
bots.
yeah,
There's no way.
bots.
I'm not selling my account. There's no way.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't know.
I don't know how it all works, but we'll get there eventually. If we can just get like a small percentage of our Instagram followers to follow the YouTube page,
Maybe.
We'll
We'll
be good.
figure it out.
I don't know.
Yeah. So we talked merch, we talked music, we talked videos, we talked diet. Now we're talking health, general health. Is there anything I'm missing before we wrap up, or are there any things in particular you wanted to plug?
Go check out Chelley Gang Part 2. I just dropped that song last month. What was the beginning of the month? I don't remember.
It's your most
it was
recent
actually
single.
it was in April. My most recent single, Chelley Gang Part 2. The visualizer was made by moi, and I will be dropping another song this middle of the month.
Okay. We got any
So-
shows coming up? We can see you live?
Yes, I actually am performing in Beverly at Jacob's Corner with
Love the Boston accent.
yeah,
That's
you know,
great.
with Jeff Porter and a few other people.
Shout out Jeff Porter. He'll be here
Bars
next
over
week, actually.
bars. Shout out to Jeff. That's my guy. So I'll be performing June 13th. That will be 9 to midnight.
Okay.
And that's in Beverly. So I'm actually excited to see how this is going to be because I've been to Beverly like once in my entire fucking life.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're about to vibe out at Jacob's Corner.
Is
Love it.
Beverly on the map now? You got a show there. That's where Turntable and Say That podcast have
It's
their
Beverly-
also where
Beverly might
John
be on the
Glass's
map.
studio is. Nowhere Studios. I was there last week for
Really?
Rex's listening party. Yeah.
Beverly's lit. It's happening.
Shout out to
And
Bev.
Exit Fame was like in the next room over recording. Like there's just people in Beverly. I don't
Dude,
know.
you're around celebs. All the
Yeah,
time.
right.
So yeah, that's my next performance. I am looking to do more shows. So if you have a show, holla at your girl.
Hell
Looking
yeah.
forward to it. Yeah, thanks for coming on. And
Of
we'll
course.
definitely be on the lookout for merch. In the meantime, DM her for it.
Yes, hit me up.
Sounds good. And that's Chelley Marie on all platforms.
Chelley Marie _ on Instagram, and I'm on Twitter, but I don't really use my Twitter anymore. But Chelley Marie with like 3
X.
E's.
We call it X now.
Yeah. Oh, what the fuck? X.
No, I still call
Throw
it
'em
Twitter.
Who the
out.
fuck
Yeah.
is X? My ex? Fuck that guy.
Yeah,
no,
fuck
so,
that guy.
But no, Chelley Marie 3 E's, I think _ on Twitter, but I don't use it. Chelley Marie TV on YouTube, and on TikTok, Chelley M _ That's where I thrive.
On TikTok?
That's where all of my chaotic self is.
Okay.
Okay.
I
I
gotta follow you on TikTok.
You know
I'm not on
that
TikTok,
that
but I
sound?
should
It's
check.
like I'm spinning like a ballerina,
That sounds
ever heard
familiar.
that?
Yeah.
I don't
and
know.
it's like really like la la la. That's me on Instagram, and then on fucking TikTok, it's like it's like rage.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
just party
All
it
right.
up.
All right.
But yeah,
Love that.
With like the fast drums in the background.
Yep.
I know the video you're talking about now. Or
Yeah,
like the format. Yeah.
That is
That
funny.
is hilarious. Yeah, the internet speak is so funny. You just
I-
like, can do that now.
I am brain rot for
Oh,
sure.
I hate when I catch myself using internet phrases. I'm like, you need to stop.
I'm on that
scrolling.
California shit's gonna be in my fucking head all day.
Oh,
y'all.
that song has been stuck in my head for a while, and I keep having to listen to other songs to get it out.
I'm
It's
deliberately
bad.
not listening to it, so I'm doing my
Yeah,
best.
it
here.
keeps popping up. People are making parodies like all the time.
I might make one.
Yeah.
You should actually. That'd be
I
hilarious.
just might. I
That
might.
would be hilarious.
But no, thank you guys for having me. This was
Appreciate you coming.
amazing.
Yeah.
You know, I appreciate you guys for putting me on the playlist every time. You guys are really on it. I will say that. Shout out to y'all.
We're trying.
Thank you.
We're trying.
Boston Big Four.
Yeah, follow the
Boston's Big Four.
playlist.
We're
2025 in New England, Spotify.
Yes, sir.
All right,
And,
so
Chelley Marie.
one more on the way out.
All right, here we
right.
go. Ready?
Chelley Gang in this thing. Let that bitch bang.
All right, thanks for coming.
Thank you. Bye.